Ooh, mail! I love getting letters.
I can't wait to see who it's from. Let's see, Dear B, I have your something, meet me at, wait. Oh no, I think Grandma has been kidnapped. I don't understand half this letter, but I know it's bad. You take a look at it. Half the words are smudged out with some sort of goop. Here's what I can make out though. Dear B, I have your something that you forgot all about. If you want something back, we must something, not just exchange pleasantries. Meet me at 9 a.m. at your dear old grandma's farm. Bring something and we'll count the smackers to make sure it's enough. And be prepared for a throwdown, which means, I don't know what it means. All right, before we panic, let's use our context clues to figure this out. After all, good readers are like detectives. And I have just the tools to crack this mystery. Context clues are hints that help us understand the meaning of unknown words or phrases. For every unknown word you come across, you could search for it on the internet or use a dictionary, but that's tedious. Context clues use the surrounding words in a text to figure out the meaning. Sometimes it's an educated guess. And every good detective has to have ideas to solve a mystery. That's right, ideas. It's an acronym for inference, definition, examples, antonyms, and synonyms. We're going to use the acronym to help us decipher the letter. First, let's talk about inference clues. These require you to make an educated guess based on the information given. For example, you can infer what the lunch menu might be by walking past the cafeteria and recognizing the smells.
No, I can't eat on an empty stomach.
You have to use the broader context here. You might not just be looking at a word or a phrase, but it might be the whole paragraph, or even the whole page. Let's look at some simple examples. Forgive me for sounding querulous, but there was a bug in my soup. I imagine if I found a fly floating in my tomato soup, I'd be kind of annoyed. And maybe that's it. The actual definition is complaining in a petulant or whining manner. Not too bad. Let's see you try this time. With her panache for singing, everyone gave her a standing ovation. We definitely know this sentence is about someone's singing ability. The phrase, everyone gave her a standing ovation, suggests that her singing was impressive and well received. Furthermore, the tone is positive, so I would imagine your definition would be a positive one as well. So go ahead and make a guess. Did you get an answer? Before I reveal the definition, here's the thing about context clues. It's an educated guess. You are simply trying to be in the right ballpark, which in this case is having a flamboyant confidence of style or manner. If your definition was related to her remarkable ability to sing, then you were on the right track. Okay, I think I made an inference with this letter. Here's why I think it's about grandma. Look at this sentence. It says, at your dear old grandma's farm. Why would somebody write that? That makes me think that this missing word here is grandma. Next, let's look at definition clues. Sometimes the author gives an explanation right after the unfamiliar word. For example, an arborist, a specialist in the care of trees, was called to inspect the old oak. Here, we have a clause that follows the possible unknown word. Don't you love it when the author puts the clue right there? If I want to be a good detective, I have to get my trusty magnifying glass. Let's take a look and see what we've got here. Here it says, and be prepared for a throwdown, which means those are clue words that there's a definition that follows. A throwdown can be a competition or a performance. And in competitions, someone always loses. He probably means me. You will lose. Things are heating up here. Let's talk about example clues. Authors sometimes give examples to explain the unfamiliar. Look for phrases like such as, for example, and including. Her collection of antiquities included pottery, coins, and jewelry from past civilizations. Pottery, coins, and jewelry are examples of antiquities, providing a clue to the term's meaning. In this case, I guessed that antiquities mean old stuff, and when I looked up the definition, I discovered that it means relics from the ancient past. Now you try on a longer passage. We went to the mall last weekend, and I hoped it would be a normal outing. But no. My family had to be their usual uncouth selves. Dad made rude comments about the store clerks and argued with the cashier over a minor price difference. Mom walked through the mall chewing gum with her mouth open and spitting it out on the floor when she was done. My younger brother Max thought it was hilarious to run up and down the escalators, bumping into people and causing a scene. People were staring, and I was so embarrassed. Can you guess what uncouth might mean? Go ahead. We can infer that uncouth means socially inappropriate or lacking good manners. This inference comes from the description of the family's continuous bad behavior, which the narrator finds embarrassing and unsuitable. So we have more clues to look at, but we've run out of... Hello? You don't say. You don't say.